So dear students, we are in human resource management subject of BBA, third semester, and we have learnt the concept of human resource management till now. In the previous lessons, we have discussed about the concept of human resource management, the meaning of human resource management, and we came to know that human resource management is a combination of three words: human, resource, and management. Now we have seen definitions of human resource management, and we have seen the process of human resource management and the functions of human resource management also we have seen. And now we will come to know about evolution of human resource management, the concept of human resource management, how it has evolved over a period of time. See, after industrial revolution, as you all know, in our previous classes we have discussed men, material, money. Out of these, men is referred as human resource management, the only resource which is alive, which deals with alive people, that is human resource management. So after industrial revolution, industries started to employ people on a large scale. So whenever there is a large gathering of people, certain measures have to be taken so that they do not fight for there should not be any scope for fighting for their rights. So in order to control unions, various industries, various organizations have set up welfare officers in their organizations, in their companies. That is, this concept of human resource management was not there then. The concept of welfare officer was there. It started in 1890s and it ended, the concept of welfare officer ended in the year 1930. Means the human resources welfare has to be taken care of, and to take care of their welfare, to the welfare of the employees, a separate officer was recruited in organizations during 1890s, and up to 1913 this trend was seen, trend was observed, and later it changed to labor manager. The concept of labor manager was prevalent during 1914 to 1939. Means from welfare officer, that nomenclature, the name changed to labor manager. Means labor manager is a person who involves with labor. Labor means workers, employees, men. So labor manager, it is labor manager's duty to take care of employees in the organization. So from welfare officer to labor manager, the nomenclature, the name changed. So since 1914, so the trend was prevalent up to 1939. The person who is specially recruited to take care of employees in the organization was used to be called as labor manager during this period of time. So same duties, almost same duties they perform. Whatever welfare officer performed, so welfare officer also concerned with men only. Labor manager is also concerned with men only. And then the concept of now, whatever subject we are learning, before HRM, this concept is known as personal management. It is an improvised form of welfare officer and labor manager. See, personal, yesterday in our previous classes I mentioned, see, there is a difference between personal, PERSONAL. This is personal, means it belongs to only one individual. It is my personal problem. If I told PERSONAL, means it belongs to me only. It is not concerned with any other person. Whereas PERSONNEL, personal, means it belongs to a group of people. It may be recruitment, it may be training, it may be transferring certain persons. So interaction with group of people. Personal means other persons, group of persons. Okay, personal means individual it is. So the concept evolved from welfare officer and it changed to labor manager, and it is termed as personal management. In 1945, the concept of personal management was there. From 1945 to 1978, the person who took care of individuals, employees in the organization is known by the name of personal manager. Okay, so up to 1978, remember, up to the period of 1978, before 1980s, human beings are treated as merely employees. Just the organization is giving money, they will work for us, that's all. The management does not consider them as human beings. Just they thought that if money is given, employees will work. We need not do anything separately for the benefit of employees. That was their thought up to 1978. Now, the concept of human resource management developed in 1980s. Ever since the 1980s, the concept of human resource management evolved. Okay, so previously, that wing, human resource management wing, was not there in the organization. Just welfare officer, labor manager, personal manager, and now in 1980s, the concept is termed as human resource management. Taking care of, ever since 1980s, human beings are considered as worthy resources because they are the only resources which have life. Others do not have life. Others are merely things, material, money. These are all just things. But human resources are persons with life. So they should be treated separately. But till now, till this period, till 1980s, they are treated as just like any other resource. They are not considered as special, even though they have life. They are not considered as special. They are just treated like any other resource, just like money, just like material, just like machinery. They were treated. But ever since 1980s, they are being treated with special care, because an experienced person, if he or she works in the organization, it will benefit immensely for the organization. With his experience or with her experience, they can provide valuable suggestions. They can improve the quality of the organization, of the company. That concept developed because of the concept of human resource management. Then afterwards, now human resource, even improvisation over human resource management came. Human beings are treated as separate capital. Human capital terminology has evolved. So apart from normal capital, human capital is there. So if you invest in humans, huge returns will come. They will work loyally. See, if proper welfare measures are taken, if proper motivational measures are taken, if proper care is taken of human beings, that investment will yield rich dividends, will be beneficial for the organizations. Organizations are starting to think on these lines. Similarly, you can observe human resources are being treated as business partners now. Some of them are being made as partners of the business organizations. Because if they are made partners, automatically their involvement will increase, their motivation will increase, because a partner enjoys profits. An employee will only take salary, irrespective of huge profits are there. If the employee will receive small benefit, whereas if human resources are made as partners, their benefit will be immense. So if profitability increases, their share will also increase. With that, with more commitment, they will work. So human resources are being treated as, some of them are being converted as partners, and people are being treated with much respect nowadays in the organization. You can see corporate companies, they are giving work from home for their employees. Okay, in this pandemic situation, they are giving work from home to the employees so that their health is intact, because other resources are less important than human resources. They came to know the importance of human resources, so they want to preserve health of human resources. They want to take care of human resources in a big way. So ever since 1980s and 1990s, ever since the concept of human resource management has evolved, human resources employees are being treated as very important resources more than other resources. So this is how the concept of human resource management has evolved. At the beginning, just like welfare officers, afterwards labor managers, then personal managers, then human resource managers. Now in the 21st century, they are being treated as human capitals, and they are, some of them are being converted as partners, and they are being treated with very respect by the organizations. Now we will try to understand the differences between personal management and human resource management. What is personal management and what is human resource management? Okay, see, before try to understand what is personal management, let us go back to the evaluation of human resource management. Before the concept of human resource management, the same thing was known as personal management. Okay, so but there is lot of difference between personal, the concept of personal management and human resource management. See, in simple for our simple understanding, please remember, in personal management, they used to treat employees as other resources, just like other M's, that is just like other material, just like monetary resources, just like machinery resources. Human this important M, that is men, are being treated equally with other resources. This concept prevailed up to personal management. But in HRM, ever since 1980s, the concept of HRM has evolved, and it is giving much importance to the employees. Now, so based on certain dimensions, we will try to understand the differences between personal management and human resources. Now, our dimension starts with beliefs and assumptions. What are the beliefs and what are the assumptions? Now, coming to first basis of difference is contract. See, in personal management, simply whatever that is written in the contract between employer and employee, that is being adhered to strictly. Nobody should cross over that contract. Whatever that is written clearly in the contract, the human resources are designed to do that activity. They should not cross their limits. But in the concept of human resource management, the employees can cross the limit because they are being treated as higher graded resources other than machinery resources or material or monetary resources. So they are being given very much importance, and they are giving a free hand. The employers are giving a free hand for them to go over and above whatever that is mentioned in the contract. Now coming to rules, up to personal management, rules are being implemented very strictly. In the concept of personal management, there is no scope for any relaxation in rules. Okay, if there is clear importance given for rules, not where the individual was not important, in personal management. Rules and regulations were important. But now, rules are not that much important. That is why people are being given free hand to work from home. Nowadays, you can observe several organizations have given choice for the employees. If they are willing to come to organization, that is well and good. Even if they are not willing to come to organization, that is also more well and good. Choice is given to them. In fact, more choice is given to them. If they are willing to work from home, they are giving, organizations are giving free hand to them. So, dear friends, we are in rules and regulations. Okay. Now, third one, guide to management action. See, whenever management want to take any action in the organization, I have mentioned previously, rules and regulations are strictly followed. Procedures that are laid down, in the organizational rules, that procedures are strictly followed. Whereas now in human resource management, any action is based on need of the hour. There are no fixed rules and regulations. They change according to business need. If if there is requirement of change in rules, if there is requirement in change in need of there is a need for change in the procedures in the organization, they can change based on the need of the organization. So, guide to management action. Previously, in personal management, laid down procedures were there. Now, based on the need of the organization, any procedures are flexible, made flexible. They change with the need of the organization. Okay. Now, behavior. How behavior is controlled in personal management. If you observe, there are norms, strict rules and regulations, customs are there, traditions are there, practices are there. They have to be followed strictly. No deviation in behavior is allowed. But here, values and mission is being implemented. Human beings are given much value, much importance. So there are no fixed rules and regulations. They change based on the time. So value has increased for human beings. They are being treated with much respect. Okay. Now coming to managerial task, monitoring. See, always they use it to monitor in personal management. The human beings are treated very rudely, very roughly under personal management concepts. But now, in human resource management concepts, they are nurturing employees. Nurturing means they are trying to provide training to employees. They are trying to provide developmental. Whenever opportunity is there, so whenever opportunity is there, they are being provided training. They are being given develop for their development. Certain agencies have been established. So now these human beings are being nurtured by the organizations. Nurture means just like small plant, they are trying to develop the human resources so that they human resources serve the organization for a long time to come. That is the motto behind it. Now, nature of relations. Now, pluralist relations existed during the period of personal management concept. Means pluralist, their approach was pluralist in personal management. Now it has changed to unitarist model. Unitarist, what is unitarist and what is pluralist means? See, whenever employees want to interact with higher officials, they are not given any chance to interact with higher officials. But now they are being Now you can see. So nature of relations during personal management time, the pluralist nature was there, but now it changed to unitarist. So the difference between the two is when the nature of relations was pluralist, it implied that employees were not given much chance to communicate their problems, their sufferings to the higher officials. But now their relations have changed for the better. Now they can interact with the higher officials quite freely. That is, unitarist approach is there now. Now conflict means a fight. So whenever a fight is there, normal during those times when personal management was there, conflict was institutionalized. Means unions were involved and there was much fighting in the organization. Whenever conflict is there, on behalf of a certain employee, on behalf of a group of employees, unions used to fight adamantly to solve any conflict. But now the situation has changed for the better from the point of view of the employees. Okay, now actually, as the importance of human resource has been recognized by the organizations, so the conflict itself is not at all developing nowadays. You can observe in many organizations there are separate cells for the cells means divisions for the management of human resources. That is why we are learning it as a subject. Human resource management, we are learning it as a subject because organizations have started to recognize the importance of human resources. So they are trying to de-emphasize the conflict. Means they are trying to decrease conflicts in the organization with the help of the separate subject called human resource management. Now, coming to strategic aspects. So based on beliefs and assumptions, we have seen first category dimension. Now coming to strategic aspects. Strategic means based on long-term goals, what the organization is planning during those days, during personal management, what was the situation? Now what is the situation, you can see. So with the reference to key relations, labor management, initially earlier we have studied labor manager, the human resource management. When the when the wing of human resource management was not there, the person who took care of human resources was known as labor manager. Human beings are treated as laborers. Okay, so labor relations were termed as labor relations, but now even human resources are being treated just like outside customers. If any outside customer comes to the organization, he is given much importance, so that next time also he should come to our organization only. That much care organizations take about outside customers. So relations have increased drastically from personal management to human resource management. Now initiatives are piecemeal initiative. Initiative means any action intended to increase production in the organization, or it may be any kind of production. It may be improving a relationship, or it may be increasing physical production in the organization. It may be anything. So piecemeal approach was there. Piecemeal means only when a problem is there, the organization management used to solve it. Only based on the spot decisions were taken then. But now initiatives were integrated. Integratory approach is there. Right from the beginning, the organizations are taking care of the employees, and various initiatives are being taken. What kind of initiatives? What kind of initiative means appropriate training, appropriate developmental measures were being taken by the organization nowadays. Okay, so based on the integratory approach, the organizations are involved in nowadays frequent trainings, frequent workshops are being organized by the organizations. Now, corporate planning, coming to corporate plan, they are marginal. Now, they were marginal then. In personal management, they were marginalized. Now, they are central to the organization. What is the difference between marginalization and centralization? Marginal means planning was not given much importance with reference to human beings. Please, whatever we are discussing, all these key points are with relation to human resources only, not any other resources. Please remember. So there was not a separate plan regarding human resources in case of personal management. See, this heading you please understand, personal and industrial relations. Okay, no, this is human resource management. Try to understand. Okay, so during the planning, human resources are not being given much importance. But now central means very much importance is given in planning. In planning, overall planning of the organization, human resources are being given central stage, means important stage. So you can see in the country, central government is there, state governments are there. Central government plays a key role. Here also in the organization, central role is given to human resources. Much importance is given to human resources. Now coming to speed of decision, whenever any matter was there concerned with human resources, decision was taken very slowly during those times. But now, fast, speedy decisions are being taken nowadays with special reference to human resources. If any problem is there, immediately decision is being taken. So speediness is being observed nowadays with relation to any decision concerned with human resources. Thank you very much, dear friends. So today we have learnt about the evolution of human resource management, and we are discussing the differences between the concept of personal management and human resource management. Thank you very much, dear friends.